morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ava from永仁High School. Today our topic is the facts about ISIS sex slaves. One day, when I browsed English news online, a news about ISIS slaves caught my eye. A Yazidi teenager said that she was kidnapped and trafficked by the mass executioner, and that aroused my interest toward this issue. Therefore, I did some research, and today we're going to tell you some facts about ISIS slaves. Those girls are sex slaves. They have been forced to have sex with ISIS soldiers again and again and live in a human life. My first question toward this topic is, where are these sex slaves from? There are two different types of sex slaves. One is volunteer, and the other one is kidnapped female. They are all sex slaves, but there are some different in the following aspects. First, they come from the different places. Those who are volunteer usually come from the European countries, such as England or Austria. And those kidnapped females are mainly come from the Yazidi region. Besides, the reason why they become sex slaves is also different. Those who are volunteer usually hope for a better life. Actually, ISIS has a website which recruits a girl around the world to be a jihad bride, and claims that if they become a soldier's wife, they will give them luscious cars and a large fortune. On the other hand, those kidnapped females are caught since ISIS has invaded their homeland. They have no choice but be a sex slave in the Islamic states. And here I will give you two examples. This is Samra, who comes from Austria. This is her ordinary look, while this one is after she became a jihad bride. Unfortunately, she lived in a miserable life. She has painted a letter to her family said that she was so sickened by the Islamic State's brutality that she wanted to leave but couldn't. Afterwards, she was beaten to death when she tried to escape. And this is Nadia Murad Basi Taha. In 2015, she delivered her personal story on the Security Council in the United Nations. And the most impressive part of her speech is that she said, ISIS forced us to pray and then raped us. When ISIS fighters rape these girls, it is highly possible for them from being pregnant. So now, Eileen will tell us, how do the ISIS fighters prevent those girls from being pregnant?
Hello everyone, my name is Eileen. Today I'm going to show you how ISIS prevents these sex slaves from being pregnant. According to a law in the Islamic State, a man must ensure that the woman who he enslaves doesn't have children before having sex with her. To keep the sexual slavery trade going, the militants have aggressively carried out birth control of their sex slaves, so they can trade them at the slave markets. Actually, they have two ways to do birth control. First prevention is giving oral medication, the morning after pills. It works by temporarily stopping sex slaves' ovary from releasing an egg. It's kind of like pulling the emergency brake on ovulation. In fact, the morning after pills is not the abortion pills. It doesn't end pregnancy, it prevents it. Nevertheless, there are some side effects of the morning after pills. These sex slaves may feel queasy, tired, dizzy, and some women throw up after taking the morning after pills. Another way is giving injectable contraception, Depo-Provera. It is a long-acting reversible contraceptive drug that is injected every 3 months. They also have some side effects of Depo-Provera. It may cause anemia, osteoporosis, and it may also increase the breast cancer. Both drugs come with side effects. It may lead to serious consequences for those sex slaves. Next, Sandy will tell you some regulations about keeping sex slaves in the Islamic State.
Hello everyone, I'm Sandy. I'm going to tell you the laws about how ISIS kills the sex slave. Here I divide this regulation into 4 parts. The first part is about pregnancy. If the sex slaves are pregnant, Militants cannot force them to abort and cannot have sex with them until they give birth to babies. Next part is on selling. Militants cannot sell the sex lab to those who might abuse them. Besides, if 2 or more people want to buy the same sex lab, they cannot have sex with her until the deal is done. Third regulation is about family relationship. Militants cannot put the sex lab from the same family. That means, if a daughter and a mother are killed by ISIS at the same time, they only can choose either of them to become sex lab. Moreover, the father and the son cannot share the sex lab. That is, if the father sells the sex lab to the son, the father cannot have sex with the sex lab no longer. Last but not least, militants cannot have sex with girls who have periods. However, not all ISIS militants obey these laws. According to the CNN News, a girl, Rusha, she witnessed her friend, who was 3 months pregnant, was forced to abort by ISIS. But not every ISIS sex lab accepts her miserable destiny. So, Jenny will tell you how some girls take revenge on ISIS. Yazidi girl has formed an army to fight off those militants.
Hello everyone, I am Jenny. Our hearts were broken. We were separated. And now we live with no hope. The lyrics rang out plentifully as Zayd Chingli sang. But little did she knew that Yazidi would soon encounter trouble. Just a year after her song was uploaded on YouTube, ISIS fighters stormed Iraq's Sinjar province, which is home to Yazidi. Now, instead of singing songs of love and loss, Chingli is issued in battles. As ISIS invaded Sinjar, they killed the men and kidnapped the women. The women were sold at slave markets. After that, they endured cruelty and were sexually abused. Zayd Chingli, age 30, was granted special permission to form Sun Girls by the Kurdish president. She united Sun Girls on July 2, 2015 at northern Iraq. She has 123 recruits, aged from 17 to 30. Sun Girls all have something in common. They are all Yazidi women. They all want to take revenge on ISIS, and they all want to save those who are still in ISIS' hands. Those women were trained to use AK-47 by male Kurdish fighters. Even though they only have basic training, they are ready to fight against ISIS anytime. But if they get caught, they will either be killed or held as personal sex slaves. In fact, many Yazidi women used to be scared, but now they are not afraid of ISIS anymore and are prepared for the worst. Many sex slaves would rather kill themselves than get raped again and again. One of them managed to phone the Kurdish fighter to beg them to bond the brothel where she was kept. She said that she was raped 30 times in just a few hours. She just wanted to end her miserable life with inhuman ISIS. Now, let us welcome Lucius to tell us how we can help them.
Hello everyone, I'm Lucius. Although some girls have made efforts to fight against ISIS, what they have done is limited. There are 3,200 Yazidi women and children being held by ISIS. They lose their dignity and basic human rights. However, the Yazidis and the local government in Iraq want to rescue them too, but they don't have enough resources. In fact, some organizations are helping the Yazidis escape persecution, such as Amma International Foundation, UNICEF, and the International Rescue Committee. For example, beyond providing food, clothing, and medical treatment inside the refugee camps, Amma International Foundation has put in place long-term assistance program that provide vaccinations to prevent epidemics, medication to treat chronic health conditions, and access to schooling for children. Besides these organizations, the United Nations regarded human trafficking is the main reason leading to sexual slavery. According to the United Nations Security Council Resolution 2253, Human trafficking may support the perpetrators financially and cause serious problems such as rape, sexual violence, and forced marriage. In 2015, a sex slave, Nadia Murad Wasitaha, she described her nightmare in Islamic State and the United Nations Security Council. She begged the world leaders to wipe out the Islamic school. Yes, this is the final goal, and the world leaders are working together on it. Last but not least, as for those girls who were escaped from ISIS fighters, we will give them spiritual counseling. After all this professional assistance, the victims will feel more relieved. In the end, we hope our speech can arouse your awareness of ISIS sexual slavery, and we can work together to come up with more solutions. Thank you all.
Okay, their topic is the most serious one. Okay, in the morning. They are my students. When they chose this topic, I was quite shocked, but I really respect their research. Okay, including they found some news report or the resolution in the UN. Okay, they give us many examples about this topic. In fact, we were invited because we held TED Times YRHS in Tainan this May. 那就是因为我们在校内举办了我们这场 TED， 然后我们就很荣幸的获邀到这个场次啦，这样子。那这些学生是比较特别的身份 ，they have graduated， 他们都已经毕业了。那他们在毕业之后不为成绩，对，不为任何的报酬，这样子，他们就愿意重新组队 ，OK， 然后呢到各位的这个现场来跟各位交流学习，这样子。好，那我给他们的一个建议是，因为这个题目其实对大部分观众来讲是比较新，而且是比较严肃的话题。那可能大家的这个 background knowledge 是会比较辛苦的去追这个内容，对，所以如果就是在呈现的时候 ，you can slow down your pace, okay, then the audience can, okay, keep up with you, okay. 好，那不知道现场的老师还是同学要给这一组的同学回馈。还有5分钟。好，来。所以台风很稳，很好。你有没有？
我觉得你们讲的很好的地方是你们架构非常的完整，而且很棒的一点是你们竟然是高3了，然后用的句构不会特别的繁复，有一些就是该短句的，本来就是短句这种 PowerPoint。那我个人有一个小小的问题，就是你们多半引用的是 CNN 的资料来源，对不对？像我会很好奇说，那你们有没有去通过半岛电视台对这个问题他们有任何的报道？为什么呢？
因为我觉得他们，因为我还是觉得 CNN 的 news 我比较看得懂。后来我觉得是因为他们还是关系吗？对，我没有很深入去看过半岛，真的很不懂。
我还想知道，就是你们有没有去研究过，在那个穆斯林他们的教义当中，对于这样的一个议题，他们应该有他们的教义，而且他们也应该觉得他们有应该要遵守的戒律的部分，那他们怎么可以容许他们做这样的事情？
就是我们有提到，就是一个地方是我们上面第一个讲是 jihad right， 就是其实他们都打着圣战，然后去做这些事情。然后后来我们这边就是我们先有讲到 regulation 的部分，所以它的 regulation 应该是有扣到他们伊斯兰部分的教育，但是我们没有很认真的去，就
光怎么看待这件事情。也许他们觉得这个 system 是非常好的，可以让我们圣战士打得更英勇这样。对，所以就是常常这个建议非常好，就是虽然他不懂，可是应该也是可以从这些角度不同的角度来切入，然后包括不只 CNN 啊、半岛电视，还有其实 BBC， 对，然后甚至我们亚洲有没有一些新闻台也是有相关的这样，所以以后你们如果到大学去要搜寻资料的时候，真的会建议不同的声音我们都纳进来。